and we did not self-implode. Sherry, because we did not educate ourselves. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni kéèyàn mọ history, ọ̀tọ̀ ni kéèyàn ní passion fún Yorùbá, ọ̀tọ̀ ni kéèyàn mọ ṣe politics, ọ̀tọ̀ ni kéèyàn understand the geopolitics, ọ̀tọ̀ ni kéèyàn understand the reality of Yoruba people. A dẹ̀ ti ní problem. Táwọn kan bá dẹ̀ ti ní degree, tán ti ní PhD, tán ti ní dá sọ̀rọ̀ social issue, àwọn náà join politics. Àwọn náà join politics. And they are not aware. Sherry, 2023. Sherry gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá 2023 ni 2023 ló dá gbogbo wàhálà ìsílẹ̀. And now I warned a lot of people. Sherry, àti ní problem nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Because bí mo ṣe sọ àwọn political leaders wa, and Sherry àwọn political leaders tí a bá tètè mú wọn so, ká tètè pariwo lé wọn lórí, they are going to destroy Yoruba land. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa sá lọ. Àwọn Congolese politicians tí wọ́n lùtẹ̀, wọ́n kàn pariwo ní Kinshasa lásán ni, wọ́n ti gbalẹ̀ mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Cause what? If you don't shout, politicians èèyàn ni wọ́n. If you don't shout, they will throw you under the bus. Ṣé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ politicians, Yoruba politicians are not special breeds. Èèyàn báyìí náà ni wọ́n. Ara wa náà ti jáde, they are our brothers, they are our fathers, they are our sisters. But nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, oftentimes, Yoruba, àwọn ọmọ tá ń bí, we raise them to be two things. We raise them to be Christians and we raise them to be Nigerians. We raise them to be Muslims and we raise them to be Nigerians. Ibi tí problem ti wà nìyẹn o. Torí pa erésì ọmọ. Ṣé understand? Ṣé báwọn Yorùbá Muslims, àwọn tí ń fi Yorùbá kọ́ mọ́, àwọn sọ Yorùbá sọmọ, àwọn Yorùbá Christians ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn, àwọn yẹn ò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ Yorùbá, wọ́n fẹ́ kí Yorùbá parun ni. Wọ́n fẹ́ kó parun ní sísọ ní language yẹn, wọ́n fẹ́ kó sọ. Tẹ́ bá sọ language ni kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ rí gbà mọ́. Torí ẹ̀ lẹ́ fi rí pé a lot of them, wọ́n kàn wò pé kéèyàn wọṣọ, kéèyàn ṣe kíní, òun ni ọ̀rọ̀ tán pè ní Yorùbá. Even they are very soft. Wàhálà ti wà. The same thing náà ló dẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn wa. And Nigeria ń ṣe bí tí a lè ti jókòó tẹ́tẹ́rẹ́. Torí ẹ̀, tẹ́ bá wo bí a ṣe wà yẹn, tó jẹ́ pé à ń raise àwọn ọmọ, tó jẹ́ pé they are Christians, they are Muslims. Ó pé Arẹwà, ó pé Hausa Fulani ní Northwest. Ó dẹ̀ pé Southeast, Igbos. Because Christian identity lẹ́ni, so Igbo lè bá yín relate on Christian identity. Kán lè mọ drag ilẹ̀ mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́, kán fẹ́ gba ilẹ̀ mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́. Muslim Islamic identity lẹ́ni, ó pa Hausa Fulani, àwọn máa fi yẹn to control you, to control your politics, your traditional tools, your economy, your social system. So instead, pé ká fi wá sit back, pé wá kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá ẹwọ́n gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn Yorùbá ń sìn. In a normal society, tẹ́ pé àwọn intellectuals ló lead wa, ó yẹ kí àwọn governors lẹ́yìn Yorùbá ti pera wọn. What's going on? Kàn pé àwọn Islamic bodies, kàn pé àwọn Christian bodies, kàn pé àwọn ìṣẹ̀ṣe bodies, top bodies. Kàn dẹ̀ find out, àwọn ló fẹ́ dálẹ̀ Yorùbá rú, àwọn ló ń preach extremism. Tí wọ́n tán bá ti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n bá ti gbọ́, ẹgbẹ́ wọn s'Àbújá, ẹgbàgbé wọn síbẹ̀. That is how, or kí ló ń bí nínú kí lẹ fẹ́? Okay. Kí lẹ́yìn fẹ́? Okay. Let's meet halfway. And we are going to talk about our reality. Our nationalists now. We sit down, but we have a problem. Afẹ́nifẹ́re tó yẹ kó sọ̀rọ̀ sí wa, tó yẹ kó sọ̀rọ̀ on behalf of Yoruba people, wọ́n ti destroy ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti pín sí méjì. Àwọn kan ò tiẹ̀ defend, wọ́n ti sọ pé àwọn ò defend ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá mọ́ báyìí, ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà làwọn fẹ́ máa gbé, they are Nigerian first. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Afẹ́nifẹ́re. So we are in a state of total anarchy. The Yoruba land is in a system of entropy. It is in a system of chaos. And ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí ò ní ìmọ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn náà jáde, not about speak for Yoruba people. They are doing damage. So, àti wọn àwọn extremists left, right, and center. Mo kí gbogbo alórúkọ Olódùmarè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọba láyé. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mi pátápátá níbi tẹ́ ti ń gbọ́ mi káàkiri ayé. Òní, we are talking about understanding Kwara State, religious nationalism versus Yoruba nationalism. Because if you are ignorant, you can be in the state of bondage for the next 300 years. Many of us are growing old. Many of us are andagba, andarugbo. Many of us in the next 30, 40 years, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àti lọ. Àti padà sọ́dọ̀ Olódùmarè tó dá wa. So before you know it, àwọn ọmọ wa náà to continue pẹ̀lú rádaràda bí Lagos ṣe rí ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Táwọn pariwo pé wọ́n fẹ́ gbálẹ̀ wa o, wọ́n fẹ́ gbálẹ̀ wa o, wọ́n fẹ́ gbálẹ̀ wa o. But because àti properly diagnose the problem ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, I'm going to be saying some things very, very powerful today. I will be saying extremely powerful things today. Because many of the people Tọ́jẹ́ Yorùbá láàrin wa kan, they are so hateful of other Yorubas torí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn. Many of them torí àwọn bitter experiences tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní in the 1950s and 1940s. Òun ló radicalize many of them. So many of them, instead of looking at the brighter side, okay, kan wo bí ìran Yorùbá ṣe rí. Instead of them to look at it that way, wọ́n fẹ́ dáná sunlẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá. I'm going to tell you what is happening. Ṣé rí àwọn kinní yẹn, àwọn Europeans ló dá wàhálà yẹn sílẹ̀. The colonialists, our British, they did some damage in Yoruba land. And even though we are not bringing it to the mainstream, we need to bring it to the mainstream. Because let me tell you something. Ṣé àwọn tó fẹ́ dá ogun sílẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, people that want to radicalize our youth, people that want to create bloodshed, people that want to bring ISIS, Boko Haram into Yoruba land, what they are doing is, they are doing three things. They are rewriting, they are insulting all our traditional rulers. They are attacking our own traditional rulers. They are rewriting Yoruba history. And they are painting a picture of persecution. And the funniest thing is that still they will regret creating chaos in Yoruba land. If you destroy Yoruba land, you will destroy the whole of Nigeria. It's more money, eh? Protest. One fair protest that is aimed at overthrowing the government in Nigeria. Southwest, no man gbewa. Once you destroy the Southwest, you disrupt Lagos, Ibadan, and every other thing. It will go viral. And that's the end. The kind of protest, social governance here, ni North, ni last year, ni Southwest. It could have been a different ball game entirely. Protest, NSAS protest, Lekki 2020 and everything. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that. I know it was, it's not good. Bloodshed is not good. But look at what happened to the Shiites in Kaduna. Close to over 3,000 people were killed in a day. Can that happen in the Southwest and everything is going to go because Southwest, that is the port that connects Nigeria to the world. Seaport, airport. A lot of international media organizations are there. So anything you do there, it goes out. So we need to be able to keep the peace in the Southwest. And we are not talking about sales because we want peace. No. We are going to be affirmative to control. Sultan does not have any jurisdiction there, Yoruba, because I know that a race as powerful as the Yoruba race, we must control our politics. Lecture think Yoruba first. Why we must not allow outsiders. That's my dictator to my governor when we are not conquered people. So a race as powerful as the Yoruba people, with everything we have, we are rich, we are powerful, we are intelligent. We must control our politics. We must control our religions. We must control our identity. We must control everything we have. And let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. You must not be afraid. Torí àwọn ọ̀ràn bàbá yín ni àgbọ̀ sasa ogunmosa, àgbọ̀ yàyà ogunmoya. You must not be afraid of anything. You must not be afraid. You must stand your ground and understand that this is what Yoruba civilization should be. Ṣé rí nígbà táwọn Yoruba obedient tí wọ́n lọ ń join Igbos tán bú àwọn Yoruba Muslims? Ṣé ti rí repercussion? Ṣé ti rí repercussion? Because the destiny of Yoruba Muslims, the destiny of Yoruba Christians, and the destiny of Yoruba Ìṣẹ̀ṣe is intertwined because gbogbo wa pátá la ní access ilẹ̀ yẹn ló pa wá papọ̀. Yoruba land. It is that land. It is that land. Ojú ilẹ̀ yẹn dẹ̀ ní àwọn kan kọ ojú bọ̀ tán fẹ́ gbà torí gbogbo ilẹ̀ ò rí bákan náà. Ṣé rí gbogbo ilẹ̀ kò rí bákan náà. àwọn ilẹ̀ kan wà tó jẹ́ pé Elédùà àti ṣúre sí ju ibì kan lọ. And ẹ̀yin lè mọ̀ gbé orí ilẹ̀ yẹn káyìn mọ̀ mórí ilẹ̀ tẹ́ wà káwọn kan wọ́n dẹ̀ ti lè lọ báwọn prophet wọn ní o ọ̀kan ghost kan lọ báwọn spiritual sufi kan ti lọ wò ó pé ilẹ̀ yẹn àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ gbà torí ilé ayé yìí is a spiritual world. It's a spiritual world. I don't care, maybe an atheist. I wish you all the best. But the world is a spiritual world. So if your land is a target, because it's a prosperous land, under the regional system of government, the Yoruba land was very prosperous. In pre-colonial times, when the days of the empire, we were the most prosperous part of Africa. During the, now that's one in the Fourth Republic, Yoruba state, Yoruba land is still always punching above its weight, despite the fact that 80 to 70% or 90% of our resources is taken to Abuja and shared with other people. We cannot even control our reality within Nigeria. Despite all these things, we are still, because we are blessed people. But you can be blessed. Your great-great-grandfather might own that land, but that land can be taken away from you, and you can be driven away from that land. It has happened. We've seen it in Gaza. We've seen it in Palestine. We've seen it in Mount Ammon, in Syria, just a few months ago. We saw it in Golan Heights, in Syria also. So you can own a land and lose that land. If you are not ready to fight the battle of your life, to down political correctness, so that àwọn ọmọ wa ò ní ṣerú lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Ṣẹ̀rí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Sharia. Ṣẹ̀rí, there is a difference between Sharia panel, Sharia court, àti the penal code fún Sharia. Ṣẹ̀rí, and to my fellow Yoruba Muslims, Salam alaikum. Mo fi Ọlọ́run bẹ̀ yín, Ọlọ́run Ọba mo fi bẹ̀ yín. Ẹ má jà kó sọ́wọ́ o. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí ká kó sí ọwọ́ o. Ṣẹ̀rí, àwọn tó jẹ́ ọ̀tá bàbá yín, ọ̀tá bàbá ńlá wa 200 years ago, wọn ò lè jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ wa ní 2025. Those who wanted to kill your fathers, who destroyed your fathers, cannot be your friend in 2025. And to politicians, there's a difference between alliances and friends. Yoruba ò lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ ní Nigeria. Alliances la ní, allies la ní. Àwọn Igbo tá ń bá jà tá ń bú yẹn kìnnìkan, a lè bá Igbo ally ní 2027. It is politics. Just to be able to protect our interests within Nigeria. Because ẹni tó bá mọ tí àwọn Arẹwà fojú Ẹ̀ṣá Northwest àti Southern Asia ìtàn fojú Yorùbá rí between 1993 and 1999. A mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ronú is extremely important. And we are dealing with the people. Tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n fi ẹ̀sìn, a minority tí ò ju 10-20% the population lọ, ó dẹ̀ fi ẹ̀sìn, ó dẹ̀ fi subjugate 80% of the population in 7 states for the past 200 years. Ó dẹ̀ rí ṣe minority. So ìran yẹn kò ń ṣe ìran tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀kẹ́ fún ní 1 inch tó yẹ kẹ́ fojú dí àìgbọ́dọ̀ fojú dí. We must be able to educate our people about what is happening and how we are going to go about it. Ṣẹ̀rí, mo sọ̀rọ̀ kan pé àwọn British colonialists wọ́n dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. And I'm going to tell you what happened. Our missionary schools, because nígbà táwọn British dé, wọ́n dá sí social structure and social order ilẹ̀ Yorùbá sílẹ̀. Yorùbá wọ́n dàrú. So nígbà tí wọ́n dá a lot of this social order rú, ìwọ tó bá ní primary school certificate, tó kàn lè sọ òyìnbó, tó lè ṣe kó lè kọ̀ọ̀kan, you can be working as interpreter, clerk, fáwọn colonialists, and you are going to become middle class. You are going to rise in the society. So education became extremely important. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa tó jẹ́ oníṣẹ̀ṣe, ẹ̀sìn àbáláyé, àwọn ọmọ wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lọ sí school. So àwọn yẹn, in that missionary schools, wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ń ṣe ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ fi promote Christianity. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ yìí, so that wọ́n ní láti expose here. Torí gbogbo ẹ̀yin jẹ́ fellow Yorùbá Muslims, ẹ mọ̀ pé tí mò ń sọ is true. Ṣé rí gbogbo wa pátá ọmọ ìyá ni wá, a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó dàrú. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá à sọ níta yẹn, a gbọ́dọ̀ lè sọ tá à ń sọ nulé, táwọn sọ mọ́sálásí, táwọn sọ lágbolé, a máa sọ ní ìta. Because a lot of people understand it and stand for. And the funniest thing is, táwọn kan máa ti nọ́mbà lórúkọ jẹ́, oh, àwọn secessionist ni o, àwọn Yorùbá sì kíníkà kíníkà, nígbà táwọn Yorùbá wọ́n ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ àjọgbọ́n nǹkan tán wí náà. When people come here and listen to us, people say, wow, irọ́ lẹ pa máa people yẹn òótọ́ náà sọ. They find out. So, as I was saying, the Yoruba Muslims, many of them refuse to go to school because when you go to these missionary schools, you need to change your name. You need to adopt a Christian name. Ṣé àdèmọ̀ pé Islam ó ti ní contact pẹ̀lú Christianity ní Middle East, ní North Africa. So I want to understand wọ́n rí Christianity as a competitor. Ó yàtọ̀ sí Yoruba religion. So many of our people started converting. So because of this, between the late 1800s and the first half of 1920, a lot of the middle class, the 1920, a lot of the middle class, like 70% of àwọn tó lè kàwé tó interact pẹ̀lú àwọn olóyìnbó were Yoruba Christians. But so a lot of our Yoruba Muslims, torí ẹ̀ ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwa Ọ̀yọ́, people from the Ọ̀yọ́ axis, in current Ọ̀yọ́ state, in current Ọ̀ṣun state, in current Kwara state, even part of Ogun were not as educated compared to the Yorubas in Ekiti, in Ondo, in Lagos, and in the Egba territory. Because some of our people did not want Christianity to come in. They didn't want. Pastor Gumola, in fact, there was a case in Ibadan, Team of Ekawon missionaries, because they were hardline conservative. Because Islam has a form of conservatism, and Yoruba religion also has a form of conservatism. So this was where the issue started. So a lot of people were denied from attending schools. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, because they were Muslims. That's why many Lagos elites, Mama Gbo, Paul Noah, Akanbi, Kamarudin, Ederi, ó máa jẹ́ chief imam, kìnìkan, kéde ń jẹ́ Noah, bóò ni Noah, bẹ́ẹ̀ Noah ni orúkọ tó ń lò tó gbà nígbà tó lọ missionary schools. Ṣé rí bad blood yẹn, ó wà nínú a lot of our people. Ó ní irú àwọn murik, a lot of irú àwọn orientation báyìí. Ó ní àwọn murik, tó jẹ́ dàbí professor. Ó ní wọ́n ní tí wọ́n fi ní pé àwọn ní they have cause to settle with Yoruba Christians. Because ṣé rí òtọ́rọ̀ kò ní pé ká mọ̀ sọ tòun. And we need to know where we are coming so that we can know where we are going. Now, so majority of the political class who are rich, powerful, are Yoruba Christians. Many of the middle class who are rich, who are powerful, are Yoruba Christians. Then, fortunately, Baba Awolowo gbìyànjú to make sure that there was a balance. In Yoruba land, he tried his best. In order to ensure we balance wa. Torí ẹ̀ ní this kind of competition, this kind of Yoruba Christians, ọ̀tá ni wọ́n, Yoruba Christians, ìwọ Muslim. So wọ́n ti radicalize some of our people, even on things still true. Wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní radicalize àwọn èèyàn wa. So wọ́n ti ń create we against them. So ó ti ń di pé ta ló jẹ governor Ogun State, is he a Muslim or a Christian? Ta ló jẹ governor Osun State, is he a Muslim or a Christian? So àwọn kan ti ń sọ fún wọn pé ẹ wo Kwara State, because ìwọ tó jẹ́ Yorùbá Christian, so Yorùbá Christians ló ń wo Kwara State as pé kò ń ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. A Yorùbá Muslim, a conservative Yorùbá Muslim tí ò bá yín wá sí Twitter or tí ò mọ gbogbo yóò tẹ́ gbogbo ìbò bútẹ̀ sọ is sees Kwara State as a Yoruba land. So what they say, which is true, Kwara State is a Yoruba state. So what they say is that ní Kwara State the Christian ò lè jẹ́ governor bẹ́ẹ̀ láíláíláí, ìyù kìnnìkan, àwọn Yorùbá Muslim nìkan là ń jẹ́. Ṣé ti rí ideology yẹn? So the same thing they are telling some of our people. Bí kíni ẹ̀yin lẹ ń gbà wọ́n láyé. Come on, say where? Kinikan. So they created a problem. Níbi tí o ti sí problem. Unfortunately for us, our schools. So later on, government gba àwọn schools, àwọn missionary schools yẹn, wọ́n láwọn code and conduct tí wọ́n. So government gba àwọn ìpọ̀lọpọ̀ missionary schools. So nígbà tó gba àwọn missionary schools sí, ó ti di government run, ó ti di government owned. So Yorùbá Muslim tó bá bẹ́ lọ school bẹ́ẹ̀, tó ra lò dá bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n ní no, CAC ló ní tí school ó lè wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Adama sọ wá díje bí government ló ní, it's not a public school. Why are you going to say we shouldn't go? Ṣé àmọ́ pé àwọn tí àwọn bàbá ńlá wọn tó feel neglected ní 60-70 years ago. Ṣé rí òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀? That's why people like us kò ní pa wá òrùn ní ṣe wá o. Iṣẹ́ tó yẹ ká jẹ́ àjẹ́. Torí iṣẹ́ tá a rán ikọ̀ kì í pakọ̀. Because we need to say things for the youth. Torí àwọn tó yẹ kó educate wa the wrong set of people. Àwọn ni wọ́n ní voice tí wọ́n dẹ̀ speak on behalf of Yoruba people, and we are in trouble. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa are highly ignorant. They can be manipulated. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ understand pé we don't want external people láti mọ̀ kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá mọ́. Àfẹ́kọ́yẹ́ torí tí ará àtàbà ti kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá, a máa ń tẹ́bọ̀ ni. A gbọ́dọ̀ allow kára ká máa dictate anything fún wa. Omi máa ń tẹ̀yìn bọ̀gbìn lẹ́nu ni. Torí ẹ̀ ní Sultan ò fi gbọ́dọ̀ mọ́ dá sọ́rọ̀ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́, ọ̀rọ̀ Ṣọ̀ún, ọ̀rọ̀ Aláàfin is sacrilege and a blasphemy fọ́mọ aládé kankan tó bá jọmọ Yorùbá. Selling salt. Fáwọn bàbá ńlá yẹn ò ní gbàrú ẹ̀, whether they are Christian, Muslim, or ìṣẹ̀ṣin wọn nígbà. That is the Yorùbá we know. And then lórí kẹ́rin ìyá Muslim náà kò sí tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wà ní Nigeria, and we are going to say and defend what we feel should be. And I'm saying this, that's it is true. And this is an insult for the Yoruba race. And lack of respect for the Shawon of Ogumosho. Don't care his religion. Total lack of respect. Maybe we need to start, at least, I want to make a message in saying we don't regard him in Yoruba land. He should face his business and solve Boko Haram. They're not. We are in Nigeria. It's an amalgamation of ethnic nations. Shari, religion is the most powerful tool of colonialism anywhere. So you must start on time missionary schools. Christianity ti délẹ̀ Yorùbá láti Shari mi ò bú Christianity o ẹ̀yin Yorùbá Christians. Ẹ mọ̀ tọ́lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni wọ́n lọ mọ kọ tweet. Wọ́n lọ mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi ò block yẹn lómi ò mọ́ ṣépè fún ọ̀tá rẹ̀ lórí DM. Ẹ mọ́ bú mi. Ìtàn ni mò ń sọ. In tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Please. So torí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́ the other side in tó ń sọ. And this is what they are saying. Àwa kan mọ̀ pé ẹ á mọ̀ ẹni sùúrù. In táwọn colonialists mọ̀ ń ṣe nìyẹn, wọ́n á dàrin èèyàn dùn, wọ́n á pìtì yín. Ara pàkúté tí Britain dẹ sílẹ̀ fúnra Yorùbá, ara ẹ̀ ní láti kẹsẹ̀ bọ̀ ní 2025. In tó ṣe ní almost 150 years ago. Sí ìrìtàn gbìn. In táwọn colonialists ṣe Belgium tó ṣe ní 200 years ago ní Rwanda àti Congo, òun ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Central Africa. So pàkúté tó dẹ sílẹ̀ fúnra Yorùbá, òun ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. A dẹ̀ need ọgbọ́n Lódùmarè láti settle ẹ̀, láti understand in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. So what has now happened ni pé wọ́n believe pé táwọn British ṣe fáwọn yẹn, fáwọn Yorùbá Christian kò knife against àwọn. So that's why there are more, the Yoruba Christian churches are more powerful. There are more Yoruba professors that are of Christian origin, the technocrats and all the rest. And this kind of thing, if we had good political, today our politicians who are, now we make sure we free education. So, and Sherry, there's some tenets. Sherry, but mo sọ̀rọ̀ ìdáàbò ní ìjọ wo. Àwọn kan ní, no, kíníkan, instead of don't farabalẹ̀, kan gbọ́n tí mo ń sọ. Sherry, for peaceful coexistence, Yoruba Muslims are not a minority in Yoruba land. They are not. And we need to balance things. Sherry, tẹ́ bá ti mọ̀ pé ìjọ Friday o, officially o half day ni o Yorùbá Christian gan ni ó sọ fún pé ẹ on kálukú fẹ́ lọ lọ́jọ́ Friday lọ ṣe fàájì ìjọ Friday ní 1 o'clock in a federal and public university or state university ẹ má fix lecture sí and all those things ẹ má fix exams ọjọ́ yẹn eléyìí ò jẹ́ kó fàjà náà. We have to understand that this is a complex. Our Christians now there, we balance it up. Ṣé rí àwọn kan kékèké tẹ́ ẹ bá fi lè fààyè gbà kí àwọn kan máa feel persecuted in your society. Káwọn extremists, àwọn olórí burúkú aláṣọ pípọ́n onídùúlára, báyẹn wọ́n ti bàjẹ́ tó ń fèsì Boko Haram àti Lákúráwá, kán máa sọ fún pé Yorùbá Muslims have been persecuted. Ẹ ní láti ṣọ́ra. Ẹ̀dá yẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ tó ń wẹ́nu kúnra ní. Ṣé rí Yorùbá Muslims are the richest Islamic bloc. Are the richest Islamic bloc ní gbogbo West Africa. Yorùbá Muslims tó ní ojú. Yorùbá Muslims ló kàwé jù. Yorùbá Muslims tó wà powerful jù because Yorùbá bloc ní the richest. And they are currently the president of the most populous country in Africa. So, a Yorùbá Muslim ò yẹ kó rí rẹ̀ pé òun fi persecute. No, you are not persecuted. There is just things for us to properly rearrange some things in our society. So what has now happened ni pé also the Yoruba Muslim society community needs to be rearranged so that irú Mufti Ìwó Abilalalenu mo tún rí fídíò kan tó ṣe, he was even saying only governor Odìdìrìn ní Ọ̀ṣun state, he was even insulting the governor of Ọ̀ṣun state. He was even insulting the governor of Ọ̀ṣun state. All sort of extreme views. Only man will know Ifẹ̀, olójú Ọ̀ọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ lọ, all sort of terrible things ló ń sọ. Olúwa of Ìwó, ó náà lọ́kọ̀wé ìwèrè kan, ó wá bọ́ta, Ìwó ní orírun ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó sì ń sọ, ó dẹ̀ ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó yẹ kó ní mental pain pé ẹ mọ̀ pé does this person have mental problem? Now, why are they doing it? Because they are funded. Destabilization, not very destabilize ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni. We have rogues. And torí pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti wà bastardized. Our system, everything is bastardized. It's individualism. So the Islamic community in Yoruba needs to shaping the Islam in Yoruba land because it must mirror our way of life. Ṣé kò sí tó ń jẹ́ pé Islam is the same thing everywhere. Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ fi Islam Afghanistan wé Islam Qatar ni? Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ fi Islam tó ń ṣe ní Jordan? Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ compare the structure pẹ̀lú Islam Malaysia? Culture àwọn èèyàn, ethnicity àwọn èèyàn, ó máa ń play role in religion. I'm going to give you another good example. Torí ẹni àwọn ṣẹ́rí ibi tí kìíní dangerous dé, àwọn tí wọ́n brainwash wọn ò sí lórí Twitter, àwọn tí wọ́n manipulate wọn ò l'access sí data, inú oko náà wà, in tí Boko Haram ò ṣe fi wà. That's why they could not defeat Boko Haram. Because Boko Haram, the recruits, àwọn tó ń recruit in Boko Haram are people tó jẹ́ pé they might not see civilization in the next 2,000 years. Ní gbogbo àwọn desert Borno, Chad, Northern Cameroon yẹn. Tẹ́ bá lè sí fún wọn ní $200 per month aṣòwò oṣù. They are away from the ṣé àrò pé wọn ò ní lọ gbé ìbọn ni. They are fighting for religion. In terms of religion lọ, wọ́n dẹ̀ dáko. So they can be recruited and they can be manipulated pé torí pé democracy tó ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà torí ẹ̀ ni wọ́n fi poor. Wọ́n máa fi bá ṣe kówó jẹ, wọ́n máa lọ àwọn fídíò yẹn to recruit a lot of people. To recruit a lot of people. Torí ẹ̀ ní conversation gbogbo apáta láti gbọ́dọ̀ lọ lé. You must ẹ má yẹ kán insult nípa tí ẹ mọ̀ tí Yorùbá lọ́sìn. Ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn, we are protecting our future ni o. We are protecting our future. Ní tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, mi à fẹ́ ogun. Kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀, we are going to survive. But we can avert the disaster coming up or reduce the disaster. So now kan wà tẹ́gbẹ́ they are irreversible until except the government act fast. Irú àwọn tó irú Mufti Ìwó yẹn act fast to quickly take them and prosecute them accordingly before they continue the damage they are doing in Yoruba land. Sherry, what's up with the Islamic community needs to be organized. Needs to be organized. And Sherry, Sharia panel, nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, I want to say something controversial. It's more than 200 years. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ yìí, mo bá conservative kan ìpè ní wọ́n gbé mi ṣẹ́ for the next 2 months. Bẹ̀tẹ̀ má sì pé. Sharia panel nílẹ̀ Yorùbá is more than 200 years. There's a difference between Sharia panel, Sharia law, Sharia court for civil cases, and Sharia for penal code. They are different things entirely. Sharia problem tani, the Yoruba community, the Yoruba Islamic community needs to be reorganized. Sharia a lot of our people, so they're Christians now, and our fanatics there now. I have to tell you the truth. Our Christians kan tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ bó ṣe ń behave nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ máa bí wọ́n lè rè pé ṣé Christian land ní Nàìjíríà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. This is a multi-religious society. This is a multi-religious society. So tẹ́ bá fẹ́ preach, ẹ fẹ́ ṣe sermon, ẹ fẹ́ ṣe kíní, ó ní lọ gbé microphone níwájú mosque. Kó wá mọ ní there's no point. The same thing also applies to Yoruba Muslims too. Oh, but why reason? Why are you doing that? How can't you live and let's live? How can't you live and let's live? And this thing happened because we did not. Why should anybody be stoning Isheshe worshippers? Or can I say someone? If I want to go, I want kafiri ni won. That's not, you cannot do that in a multi-religious society. You can't. Story in the West, they are very strict. Want to report that you are preaching hate. They will grab you and say, why are you doing this? Because some people are highly radicalized. So why should you say when you need any church, a particular school was formerly owned by CAC, by Anglican, for instance, it is now owned by the government. You now say they cannot put on their hijab, small hijab into that school. You cannot do that. So for the fact that we had that argument, and some people had to go to Supreme Court to be able to get injunction for that, created a bad blood. Shari, we are the people that are going to determine the future of Yoruba land so that we can have a prosperous Yoruba land. Shari, a lot of Yoruba Muslims to have bad blood. Putting on hijab does not mean somebody is not pro-Yoruba. No. They are pro-Yoruba to the core, radical to the core. They will support you, even if you are Yoruba Christian. They will defend you. And let me tell you something. Our people from Yoruba, from Ekiti and Ondo a little bit, from Southern Ondo or Western Ondo, I understand because there's a high population of Muslims in our midst and Christians. So we can properly understand the sentiment and what is going on. Unfortunately, we are in Nigeria. We've been amalgamated with dangerous people. Shari, conversation, Peter Obi, with a powerful Yoruba pastor, where Peter Obi was saying that Bishop Oyedepo is one of the top 3 Christian clerics in Yoruba, in Africa, in the world. Bishop Oyedepo is almost number 4, number 5 in the world. Top Christian cleric in Nigeria, maybe it's number 1 or number 2, but it's there, up there. Peter Obi wan saw, and that video, into your Bishop Pastor Oyedepo sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀. You should tell your people to vote for me and your people in Kwara. Yoruba Muslims sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. If it were you, then they are Christians. Any máa doubt àwọn fellow Yoruba Muslims sí. Ṣé nítorí pé ọmọ tí wá fẹ́ Christian ló ń contest for presidency? Is this why Yoruba Muslims are behaving this way? Ṣé kí ìlú bá fẹ́ dàrú, that's how you start. And inú àwọn Arewa ń dùn. Torí inú àwọn Arewa Muslims, they are so angry. Wípé many Yoruba Muslims said, no, we are Yoruba first. We solve this problem, we don't need you. You don't have any hope of rebuilding your destroyed region in the next 200 years. But at the same time, it was a disgrace to Yoruba land. Where an Igbo man who was looking for political power at all costs wanted to bring political Christianity into Yoruba land to destroy another Yoruba man because he's a Muslim. Ṣé Tinubu bá jẹ́ Christian? Ṣé Peter Obi máa try to try yẹn? Kò lè try. Torí ẹ̀ ni Bishop Pastor Adeboye Adefarasin Olukoya, Pastor Kumuyi, they were seriously defamed, attacked, cyberbullied, cyber-trawled by obedience of Igbo extraction. Because they refused to use their congregation and their church. Because our churches in here, they are structures. To work in Nigeria, they refuse to use it for politics. They refuse to use it for politics. Unfortunately for us, thank Almighty Allah, where the Yorubas of Ekiti and Ondo went to the end. They voted for our son, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We would have been in trouble. We would have been in trouble. Also, religion every vote. So our power would have successfully balkanized Yoruba land. So in the future, can come make Nigeria up me. I want come and suffer pé ẹ̀yin Yoruba Kogi, Yoruba Ekiti Atondo. Ẹ jẹ́ wá join Biafra. Because if you join the Yorubas of Oyo and Yorubas of Osun, they will Islamize you. These little things. I don't think that's also about political elite. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. And tí ó bá ti jẹ́ Yoruba nationalist, kò yẹ kó máa lead Yoruba. And tí ó bá ti jẹ́ Yoruba nationalist has no business in our politics. Because Yoruba nationalists, today àwọn Tinubu, àwọn Bola Ige, àwọn Laji Akinwande, àwọn Akintola, Awolowo, they are ready to die for the Yoruba cause and for their people, no matter the religious difference. Ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi, mo fi Ọlọ́run bẹ̀ yín, I beg in the name of Almighty Allah. Gbogbo tí táwọn British ṣe nígbà yẹn, I'm talking to Yoruba Muslims. Ẹjọ́ ẹ má bínú, ẹ jẹ́ kó tán. Ẹjọ́. Olódùmarè mọ bó ṣe ń ṣe. The first real Yoruba presidency ta ní Yoruba Muslim ni. Ó mọ bó ṣe ń pín. Ẹ mọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí ẹjọ́, ẹ mọ jò dàrú. Gbogbo misgivings tẹ́ bá ní against Yoruba Christians, ẹ jẹ́ kó tán. Ẹjọ́. Mo fi Olódùmarè bẹ̀ yín. Ká wá sọ pé gbogbo apáta ṣáà ní family Christian ni. Ẹnìkan àníkẹ́ friend Christian rí ni. Ẹjọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́rẹ̀ Christian ni. Lọ́rẹ̀ Christian ẹjọ́. Gbọ́dọ̀ dẹ̀ jẹ́ kílẹ̀ Yorùbá dàrú. Because ọ̀rọ̀ kan kọjá táwọn sọ gírígírígírí. No. Tàbádẹ̀ àwọn extremists àárín wa náà, we need to shut them down. We need to shut them down. Islam is not a religion. Lè ṣe báyẹn. Do you think you can fight? You can fight them? You think you can fight us? You can't. I'm sorry, I'm saying this. You can't. Tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Sáyìn tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́mà ti sọ pé kìnnìkan ẹ̀ sá lọ ni. Ẹ̀ sá lọ ni. Lẹ́yìn kẹ́ mọ́ sọ òyìnbó kẹ́ wà nínú suit. Lè já. Please. Because we need láti paná ibi tọ́tẹ̀ tí ń bọ̀. Now, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Sharia panel. Ṣé rí problem tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé irú àwọn mufti wo, àwọn Koyum, ẹlẹ́nu wẹ́tàn tí gbogbo eyín ìsàlẹ̀ ti yọ tán yẹn. Ṣé understand? Irú àwọn guys yẹn, irú àwọn yẹn kọ́ ló yẹ kó máa speak for the Islamic community. It's an insult. It's an insult. If it doesn't have professors, intellectuals. Àwọn náà ń bọ́ tààrà. Àwọn kàtà fún náà. Eku yọ yín. It's an insult. So the right people, who are intelligent, who are vibrant, don't let come and speak for us. Sharia panel, ó yàtọ̀, ó wà lọ́jà àbá for a long time. Èmi mọ̀ wà Ìbàdàn. Ṣé náà tí tó bá wọn ká àwọn tẹ́mi kan tákù lórí social media yẹn? Because èmi mọ̀ pé extreme in táwọn fi ń ṣe, àwọn fẹ́ fi dálẹ̀ Yorùbá rú ni. Mo mọ̀ pé n tó ń sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ wà bẹ̀bẹ̀ tí no. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lè represent Islam lẹ̀ Yorùbá. No. Ní dáràn. Bí ìgbà tẹ́ gbé AK-47 lé ọmọ ọdún 5 lọ́wọ́ ni. Ṣé àwọn pé ìdíwé ìjọsìn mọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ fún yín máa le gan. I'll fire anybody ni o. So you cannot, torí ẹ̀dẹ̀ ni narcissist ni wọ́n, wèrè ni wọ́n. Orúkọ yóò mú tẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ti yọ tán yẹn sìn. Irú ọmọ yẹn tó lọ ń kọ́ síta. Ipe inú òun dùn, mọ́ ṣe pa àwọn Yorùbá, mọ́ ṣe pa Àfọ̀njá nílọrin. He wrote it. Ṣé wẹ́yìn báyìí ló gbọ́dọ̀ speak? Kọ́mọ ní ṣe bí Yorùbá náà lòun náà. Kọ́mọ secretary assistant no. Olórí burúkú ni ẹ́. Bí tó bá wà. Olórí burúkú ni ẹ́. If you are here anonymously, o tún sọ olórí burúkú ẹ̀dá ni ẹ́. You can't speak for us. Can't speak for us. Because I need láti find the balance nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. And I'm about to operate. That's why I said, all of you, Islam is not a religion of this. Islam is not, no. It's not a religion, You are doing more damage. You are making radicals to be able to recruit. To them, a lot of people, conservatives are not tactical and diplomatic. They are not tactical. They will recruit easily from you. So bí gbà tí heavy-handedness tó fi pa Mohammed Yusuf, òun ló fà á tí wọ́n fi táwọn Boko Haram members tó fi lè ráyè recruit for the agenda. Oh, they are persecuting Muslims. That's what they will be saying. That's what they will be saying. So I want to tell you, the politicians, Islamists are politicians. They are not Muslims. There's a difference between Muslims and Islamists. And Islamists, olórí burúkú ni wọ́n, you are a fake Muslim. Wọ́n ti kọ́ ìnìkan kan sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àwọn Muslim ọlọ́bẹ̀ yọ. Àwọn Yorùbá but orí yín ló sọ fún Fọlánà pé orí ẹ̀ burú. Tí bàbá tiẹ̀ ló sọ àwọn family tèmi di Muslim ni wàá sọ fún mi. But how many people have that level of mental logic, mental health strength? Láti understand pé eléyìí òṣèlú ló ń ṣe. You don't have to pariwo, oh, hey, Muslim ticket. Oh, you want to go and vote for your Yoruba brother because of religion, ethnicity? Have you forgotten we're all brothers in Christ? What about your Yoruba jelo? And that is sharing power. Sharing power. There is no morality in the pursuit of power, domination, and caliphate building. There is no morality. There is no ethics. There is no how am I going to put it? There is no ethics in power, in the pursuit of power. There's no morality in it. That's why anybody say, oh, election, kiniko. Look, okay, let's talk about America. America, you look at what happened in America. When Biden wanted to leave government, what did he do? He signed an executive order to pardon all his family. Nepotism, tribalism. Oh, tribalism. This is their tribalism. It is called power. Power. Trump, no forget the power of America. White nationalism. He got it. It's called power. So I don't know Islamic sentiments. Láti fẹ́ destroy àwọn Arewa, àwọn Boko Haram sympathizers, ISIS sympathizers, Taliban sympathizers, tí wọ́n lo religious sentiment láti fẹ́ dalẹ̀ Yorùbá rú. They don't care if Yoruba land becomes a blood zone, a blood shedding zone. They don't care. Ayé tàwọn kulẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ already. What they care is domination and power, and they will do anything to get it. Same thing with what Southeast nationalists did. They transferred 300,000 plus PVC to Lagos in order to put in an Igbo thinking, non-Yoruba thinking governor who hates Yoruba people in the most powerful state in Nigeria. Do you think Yoruba people will do that? They don't care. It's all about power. It's all about power. So when you are in a country where people are naturally like this, we need to be careful. And we need to be tactical. That's why some people like, anybody should come by me and share money. Because we cannot make enemies. You cannot attack government because you are talking about you don't want Yoruba land to be destroyed. One of the things Sunday Igboho was talking about, that why should Fulani herdsmen be coming from outside Nigeria, from the north, be killing our farmers, destroying our farmlands, and the government is not doing anything. You are going to be a madman to say that what Sunday Igboho said is not true, or it is not legal, or it is not legit. It is true. The problem people had was that he should have stayed on that and not joined Yoruba self-determination struggle, or the approach. So if we say that what we are fighting for, what we are appealing for, Yoruba unity, self-preservation of Yoruba land, and bringing back Awoism, it is fundamentally true, and we must not do it outside the armpit of the law. So Sharia panel kò yàtọ̀ sí táwọn pastor bá ń bá ọkọ àtìyàwó or marriage committee. Tí marriage committee bá ń settle ọ̀rọ̀ láàrin lọ́kọ-láya, ó ní Sharia panel. Ìtàn pè ní panel nìyẹn. But what has happened? And with Yoruba Muslims, we need to be very, very realistic. No emotions in this thing. Sharia anything Sharia. Àwọn Hausa Fulani ti bàjẹ́, wọ́n ti bastardize ẹ̀. So kò sí tó ń jẹ́ Islamophobia, kò sí tó ń jẹ́ kẹ́ àwọn Muslims kan takọ́, kò ń ṣe Islamophobia, kí náà fi ṣe? Báwo làwọn tó lò ó ní Nàìjíríà? Kò sí nǹkan kan tí wọ́n bastardize ní Nàìjíríà. There is nothing that cannot be weaponized in Nigeria. Ordinary residency, lásán pa àwọn kan ẹ̀dá àwọn kan lálejò. The next thing in Lagos is no man's land. We will buy up, we will chase away your Obas. In the 21st century. So there is nothing that cannot be bastardized. And stop thinking people have no right to be afraid. Because Arewa ti bastardize ẹ̀. Tí Arewa bá fi Sharia, tí wọ́n fi tó ìlú wọn tó dàbí Qatar, tí wọ́n ṣe pé a fẹ́ ṣe VAT, something just, a fẹ́ restructure Nigeria, wọ́n fẹ́ sin dá Nigeria rú. Nigeria spent nothing less than 3 trillion naira for almost 15 years now. 15 times 3. That's close to 45 million. That's only 50 trillion naira. Only Nigeria ti ń ná sí ọ̀rọ̀ Boko Haram, terrorism àti ISIS ní northern Nigeria. And what happened? After ọ̀rọ̀ Sharia yìí, thousands of people tí wọ́n pa ní Kaduna, thousands of people tí wọ́n pa ní Jos, thousands of people tí wọ́n pa ní Kano. They spilled a lot of human blood because of Sharia. The same people are not telling you, look at us. We are fighting for the rights of our Muslim brothers in the Southwest. Ta ló pè yín? Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú, ta ló pè yín? Ta ló pè yín? You guys are not Muslims. You are politicians. That's why Timothy said we need to separate Muslims and politicians. They are different. Wọ́n kàn fi ẹ̀sìn, wọ́n fẹ́ máa fi achieve political aim wọn ni. Wọ́n believe pé táwọn bá overturn the current order, the new order yẹn, àwọn máa benefit ń bẹ̀ politically ni àtàwọn family wọn. That is what is happening there. So, Sharia panel, sincerely, there's no big deal in Sharia panel. It's no big deal now. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, tí o bá ti kúrò ní lẹ́yìn Sharia panel, ọ̀tọ̀. And lastly, kí n tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí into the main topic, it is wrong. Sharia religion is power and Islam is power in our world. Islam is power. Ask the Fulanis. They will tell you it is power. Remove political Islam from the Fulanis. The Fulanis will just become like any other ethnicity or do Igedelo, Abi, Agatu. They will become just another ethnicity, very small minority. But because they've been able to clone themselves into Islam. So therefore, when you are even saying Fulani herdsmen are killing our people, Fulani herdsmen are killing Yoruba farmers, are killing river farmers, the next thing they will start saying is, oh, Islamophobia. They will change the narrative. They are well groomed. And when you start saying Islamophobia, they know you guys, many people are not sense. I'm sorry. Our people are not smart, especially people in the South, because there's no historical knowledge. Somebody that has PhD, masters and everything, but you have no knowledge of history, you are, I'm sorry, you know nothing. So they would quickly, so that's why people like us, we ask them, are you telling us that Islam and Fulani is the same thing? Fulani is an ethnicity. So why are you always saying your Fulani herdsmen are killing people, raping people in the farm? What exactly, why are you turning into Islamophobia? They will start shivering. And it took centuries of killing Hausa people, that Hausa people are also fighting back in the Northwest currently. General Musa said it. He said it. Chief of Defense, he said it. So when they tell you, oh, brothers in Islam, it's all lies. So we need, firstly, to separate Fulanis and say, you are not Islam. You are just Muslims. If you go to Guinea-Bissau, there are Muslims there in Guinea-Bissau. There are Fulani Christians in Guinea-Bissau. There are Fulani Christians in Burkina Faso. So why are you now saying there are Fulani Christians in Taraba State? So why do you now want to always clone yourself into Islam? Because they use it to get away from accountability and their draconic and demonic agenda in Nigeria. So people will not be able to talk. People will not be able to talk. People will not be able to fight back. And a lot of Yorubas are getting into this trap. No, I need to separate. Religion and ethnicity is not the same. And you are not the same with the... Look, Yoruba or Lekire will not West. If you do it, you cannot. They erased the Hausa people and adopted Islamic identity for their own social stability. In Yoruba land, for you to be able to have a powerful bloc and control the entire coastal zone of West Africa, you need your Yoruba identity. Except the level Sheru Nikaloku. We must balance it. So Sharia panel. There's nothing wrong in Sharia panel. Why are they announcing this thing? Anybody say Sharia panel. NASFAT lady Sharia panel. Amadi Aleni, Ansaruni Leni. It's different from Sharia court. Totally. And the Islam in Yoruba land has already been domesticated. So really, sorry, excuse me. Sherry, Inti Fulani Fibale Loma Hausa was that our Fulani minorities. You guys are fake Muslims. Are fake Muslims. One gaslighting you. We are the same time obedience Igbos. No man say. Yeah, you guys are fake Muslims. So one of our proof way Muslim near one go look pa baba ati iya e ti o nse Muslim. One go look pa ore e ti o nse Muslim in order to show you loyalty to the brotherhood. That's exactly how they've been operating. Very, very manipulative, deceitful people. Ogun woni Fulani daja no Nigeria. Mention it. Many of their soldiers were Hausas, Kanuris, Nupes, Yorubas. To fight all the wars they fought within the space called Nigeria. They cannot fight any war on their own. The Fulanis could not defeat. They could not. If you think the Fulani, Ogun Biafra, they would never have won. It was the Middle Belt and the Yorubas that defeated the Biafrans. So they are not invisible. They are not. But they have been able to use other people for their own survival for the past 200 years. Politically and socially. And what do they use? Religion. The Islam in Yoruba land is well fenced off, well protected. Even with NICIA, which was created by the Arewa junta. For Yoruba people to have their own spiritual head of Islam, it is extremely important. Extremely, extremely important. Look, Islam is an institution in Yoruba land. I'm going to go there. Tebari, especially when you go to Oyo, Kwara, Osun, to be specific, those three places. Tebari and Wopolopo, even in Lagos and Ogun. Once you see the palace of the king, Kilemari, next place, Temari, you see the Mọ́sálásí Ọba. You see the mosque. And you see the market, Ọjà Ọba. So most times, the mosque are always beside the mosque are always beside many of the palaces of in that Oyo, Kwara, Osun, Lagos, and Ogun. Because why? The Islam yẹn, when Kábíyèsí don't control it, Kábíyèsí ló máa appoint imam síbẹ̀. So the Obas did not allow outsiders kó wá máa yan imam síbẹ̀ fóun. Ṣé mo pé mistake yẹn ló yíwọ́ fún Àfọ̀njá tí imam ẹ̀ chief imam ẹ̀ Alimi òun ló ṣe kíni òun ló revolt against it. Because your spiritual leader, ẹni tó jẹ́ spiritual leader yín tó jẹ́ bí pastor, tó jẹ́ bí imam, tó bá fi lè ní political ambition, people will trust him and follow him than you. Torí ẹ̀ ni àwọn oníkòbókòbó kótókótó kan àfáà ní bàbá ọba ẹ̀ kan dá etí wọn dànù. Gbogbo náà dẹ̀rẹ̀ ní kàtó àwọn highly disrespectful stuffs. Because you need, the Holy Quran said, we must respect leaders. So, ibi tí issue wà nìyẹn. Torí ẹ̀ ń sìn, ẹ wọ ọ̀rọ̀ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Ẹni tó bá jẹ́ Ṣọ̀ún, òun ló máa ń yan chief imam ń bẹ̀. Because Mọ́sálásí Ọba ni. I'm not a fan of the Ṣọ̀ún of Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ because we don't need pastors, religious pastors or imams come and control religious and traditional institutions in Yoruba. We don't need it. They are bastardizing it. But kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? But ó ti wà ń bẹ̀, no? We are not respecting the person there. We are respecting the stool. Àpèrè yẹn la respect. Torí tó sọlẹ̀ Yorùbá pọ̀ papọ̀ nìyẹn. Without those tools, there is no Yoruba land anymore. Whether you like it or not, they are symbolism of our heritage, of our power, of our civilization. They must be protected. And they must be sanitized. So kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? They started having issues. And we heard pé Sultan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Telling the Ṣọ̀ún pé kán kìlọ̀ fún Ṣọ̀ún. What sort of insult is that? Ṣọ̀ún Ògúnlọlá? How dare he? You don't ever do that. So then we say we must control the religion. We must domesticate Islam in Yoruba land for our own reality. And we must shut out idiots. How you want to bàjẹ́? Àwòkọ́ṣe rere wo ló wà láyé àwọn Hausa Fulani nínú Nigeria, economically, socially, politically. They've been able to use several military coups to accumulate power and create rich oligarchs that are stickingly rich. And this money is what they are using to destabilize the whole of Nigeria. That's what they've done. We don't hate anyone, but this is the truth. So to not say, Yoruba Muslims are not good Muslims. Don't people want to be Is that why you said there? No. So Sharia panel, there's nothing wrong in Sharia panel. There's nothing. It's a different ball game. Sharia panel has always been in Yoruba land. It was in Ibadan, which was a Republican empire. We just need to. We cannot say, no. They are not minorities. And Sharia law, Sharia law, that's a different ball game. Of course, that's a different ball game. That's a different ball game. Today, our political elites need to properly come in on time. And a lot of people are angry with some APC influencers. How can an APC influencer Ashejagun pé wọ́n fẹ́ sọ pé Islamization tán ni tá destroy propaganda ó wà lọ frolic pẹ̀lú àwọn real oil sheikh. Somebody that you openly supported the lynching of Deborah. And you think people are just going to keep quiet? No. You'll be held responsible for what you're doing. Because many of our politicians get away with, young and old, they get away with all sorts of irresponsible behavior. That's why they have no respect for the Yoruba people. State jobs. No. When our people, our youth, no matter how lazy they are, Yoruba youth are lazy. Yoruba youth are not employable. You must give them. Because if you don't empower these youths, in the future now, and we'll go on here. We'll go on here. So, ọ̀rọ̀ Sharia panel. Fáwọn kan yìí mo léyìn yíyọ, kán máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí social media. Báwọn yẹn ni wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa, no, not those idiots. Not those people that have zero respect and zero loyalty to Yoruba land. We don't want them to represent Islam in Yoruba land. We don't want them. You must be loyal to Yoruba. Whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Sheshe, we don't care who you are, you're a native. You must be loyal to Yoruba land. It's a must. Torí ẹni tẹ́ bá wo àwọn extremists yẹn, ṣé àwọn extremists, ó ní bí tó ti ń groom wọn o. Ọmọ wèrè kan, all this, torí ẹni mo sọ pé, ṣẹ́ra ideology táwọn kìíní ní, Boko Haram àti ISIS ní, kò yàtọ̀ sí ideology tí many of these people tán rìn lórí street ní Kano, Kaduna, Zamfara, Bauchi, kò yàtọ̀. There's no difference. You can say, well, we don't want secular law in Nigeria. Every morning, you don't want secular law in Nigeria. Kí ló wá ń ṣe ní Nigeria? Ṣé torí epo, oil and gas, àti resources, tẹ́ ń gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn káfíìrì, tẹ́ ń pè ní kéfèrí. Wọ́n lè fi dúró ní Nigeria. Then why are you in Nigeria? Secede and get out of Nigeria and go and create Arewa Republic with your northwest. Once you say that, they will keep quiet. That's why you know these people have mental problem. What they've been able to do is that they will be they will be propagating hate, religious intolerance, attacking other religions, telling people to go and attack. These people, they'll be telling people to go and be attacking other religions. Hate your Yoruba Christian family. Hate your Sheshe Yoruba. Oh, hate them. They'll be preaching hate. Now, when they are called out, they will say, the people attacking us are secessionists. The people calling out, they are so diabolical. And you need to be bold and intelligent to be able to figure out what they are doing out. Very diabolical. Oh, they are Islam must be by Sashi now. Very idiotic. Today, I'm not going to governor in your state. So those are supposed to know very sort of Jagba. But like anyone, they won't let you governor in your state. There is Islamophobia. It is kiniko. There's no Islamophobia. Kò sẹ́ńtẹ́rù ò ní bá. Nígbà tí Sultan, ṣé ẹni tó bá gbogbo kíní ìjẹ́ ni? Ẹgbẹ́ mi ò dá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Because mi ò pé Sharia panel ní now. There's no big deal. Sharia panel ní now. But when Sultan ṣe kọ́ ọ̀bọ̀ tó ṣe ń dín ṣọ́dà yẹn, the whole of Yoruba land got angry. Share the nationalist side. Both within the political circle, the economic circle, the social circle. Extremely angry. You are part of those that has created evil for the Yoruba race. We knew your role in the June 12th. How you betrayed the Yoruba Muslims. For Arewa cause. For Arewa supremacy in Nigeria. We knew how you hijacked the platform created by Dr. Lateef Adebite, that foremost Islamic scholar, and turned it into an Arewa-dominated Islamic society for your own hegemony. So the Yoruba on sorrow. That's why we kept quiet for a long time. And they get emboldened because we are dealing with people that are crude. They believe they can kill, they can lie, and they'll use religion piety to get away with it. So, more people just about into Shelley and cleared a lot of things on the ground.